Hey guys, so today we'll be comparing the Sony Xperia X to the LG G5, helping you guys deciding which phone you have to buy, because I'm going to share my personal own honest experience with you guys. And also, of course, I know this is a broken display, or like just broken glass, you can say, which I will be fixing pretty soon. So let's just talk about, first of all, price wise. Okay, so we got Xperia X, we got Xperia X Performance. The normal one will cost you, the normal Xperia X will cost you in between $500 to $580, in around that price. While the LG G5 will cost you around $600 something, $620, $630, at least where I live. So they're definitely not cheap. Okay, so you are spending a lot of money, so you have to be careful which phone you have to buy. Also, Xperia X Performance will be more pricey. I don't know about its official price, but you can guess it around above $650. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and first start off with the build quality. Now, build quality wise, Xperia phone has an aluminum back, no glass, so it feels really good in hand. You don't have to worry about any fingerprint magnet or any stuff, so it's pretty cool. Okay, it's good. While the LG G5, on the other hand, has a modular design, so you can remove the battery. This is not the most premium feel out of this phone. It's like a paint feel, but it's not bad like people say that it's cheap or anything like that. It's not cheap. So overall, LG has done a great job. It's a one-of-a-kind phone, modular design. Hopefully we'll see some more implementation in the future. So G5 also has this accessories, LG G5 Friends, which you can pop in instead of this battery module. So yeah, it is a pretty awesome phone. Same thing with this one. It's a simple premium phone. Again, your personal preference. If you think you're going to enjoy the modular design more, then LG G5 will be a better one design-wise. So a fingerprint sensor, you got it on the back on the G5, while here you got it on the side built into the power button. Actually, both have it built into the power button, but it's just the positioning. You got Type-C on the G5 versus USB 2.0 on the Sony Xperia X, and also you get one speaker here, but you got dual stereo speaker system on the Sony Xperia X. You got one here and one here, pretty decent actually. Also, if we talk about the camera button here, it's nice. You can just press it, it's going to launch the camera, so it's a quite handy thing there. So taking a look at the display, the LG G5 has a 5.2-inch Quad HD panel, while the Sony Xperia X has a 1080p HD panel. The problem with the G5 is that it doesn't have that much of a brighter display, so outdoor visibility is not that good. Compared to the Xperia X, it does a pretty well job outdoor, and it's like really beautiful. Colors are great. It's like I was using G5, I was using HTC 10, I was using the Galaxy 7, but now I'm using Xperia X, and I have to say that I'm absolutely enjoying every minute of the display. It's really beautiful. Colors are absolutely accurate. Look at this. Wow. And outdoor visibility is also pretty nice. Well, the G5, not the most brightest one, but it's also pretty nice, Quad HD. So the downside with the G5, I should say, is the display. Also, you can see software-wise, both are running Android Marshmallow, have their own skins on top. You might like this one, you might like this one, personal preference, or if you don't like any of these skins, you can have any launcher or anything like that. So both have this app drawer. So pretty well optimization. If we talk about the processor, we got Snapdragon 820 with 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabyte of internal memory with micro SD card slot on the G5. Okay, while the Xperia X has a 32 gigabyte with micro SD card slot, 3 gigs of RAM, and Snapdragon 650 chipset, which is definitely not as fast as Snapdragon 820, at least in benchmarks. In real life wise, you're not going to see any problem. Both are absolutely beasts when it comes to performance. But in my speed test video, the Xperia X actually performed better because it has like better optimization, I should say, compared to the LG G5. So again, I think in the long run, the G5 is a faster phone. If you want like the best flagship processor of the 2016 currently at the moment, then you have to buy the Xperia X Performance, because that one has Snapdragon 820. but for most of people, Xperia X will be fine. It can do everything without any lag, especially games. So camera wise, you got two sensors on the back of G5. One is 8 megapixel wide angle camera, you know, for wide angle shots. Pretty handy thing there. And the main camera is 16 megapixel. Also, this is having laser autofocus, LED flash, and this one, the Xperia X, has the same camera as the last year's Sony Xperia Z5 lineup. It's a nice camera, 23 megapixel resolution, f2.0 aperture size. The G5 has f1.8. So basically, overall picture quality wise, I should say the G5 produces really vibrant pictures, you know, which can be a good thing. Some people prefer that. I personally like the picture quality of the LG G5, but the Xperia is like sometimes a little bit more accurate with the colors. And but overall, you got 4K on the LG G5, while the Sony Xperia can only record up to 1080p, so that can be a little bit of downside. On the front, you got 13 megapixel camera on the Xperia X versus 8 megapixel on the LG G5, so you can expect better selfies on the Xperia X. In terms of low light performance, they're pretty decent, not as good as the Galaxy S7, but still they're doing the job fine. So we're just going to take a look at the video performance. So lastly, if we talk about the batteries on these phones, again, battery life performance wise. Now lastly, if we talk about the battery performance, I should say 2016 has been a great year for the battery life of these flagship phones, the LG G5 will be giving you around 4 hours to 5 hours of screen on time. Same thing with the Xperia phone. Sony says it's going to survive up to 2 days. Well, that is possible if you use it like less, if you don't have Wi-Fi all the time, or if you don't watch YouTube videos as much as I do. But yeah, I mean, it still survives up to 1 day easily, 1 day plus easily. Same thing with the G5. But if you're like a little bit of heavy user, then you have to charge these phones at the end of the day. But they are pretty nice, okay? Battery life wise, they are pretty nice. Every user has its own way to use phone, Some people like to keep the brightness on the maximum level. Some people like to keep the brightness at the minimum level. So again, everyone has their own taste and their own way to use. I gotta say, battery life wise, you're not gonna be disappointed with any of these phones. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, just to wrap up this video, if you want like a different thing, if you want a module design, if you want to test out these amazing camera on the back of G5, which 2 camera sensor, if you want wide angle shots, if you also love the LG's UI and the ability to have the fun with modular design, then you can consider buying this one. It's also pretty good because it has same internals as the Xperia X performance, and it's definitely costing less compared to that. While the Xperia X, it is not as fast as the G5, in the long run, but it still should be able to do everything without any problem. You may not actually need Snapdragon 820. That's my personal opinion, because people do comment, should we get Xperia X or Xperia X performance? And also you got a simple aluminum design, more premium actually compared to G5, and you also got a brighter 1080p display. Not Quad HD, but it's a brighter display, so outer visibility is going to be better, a little bit better, and speakers are also dual stereo. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. So please like, subscribe, and peace out.